being with me today. I'm sorry I haven't been on here for a few days. I've been doing little clips here and there on some of my channels, and I've been fighting a winter cold. There is so much going on in the news. We have a couple of interesting developments here I wanted to share with you. Firstly, I want to say that that I continue to send prayers and hope and love and light out to the Guthrie family as the investigators continue to search for her mom. Amid all of that, there's still a lot of the reporters saying things that they have no basis to be saying, like accusing immediate family members. That's still going on, and I've listened to some of it, and some of the rhetoric is just so incredibly, unkind. So let's stay with the fact and be kind about this. I'm going to give you an update on Nancy Guthrie and her search for Nancy Guthrie shortly later today. So with that, I want to talk to you about this cartel issue going down in Mexico. There's a few Vermonters sheltering in place in Mexico, and I tried to get a bigger clip for you on the TV, and I couldn't. So I'm going to read this article, and then I'm going to show you the clip I did find on some other people in. There's many people right now stuck in Mexico, guys, because there was an attack. Now I'm hearing a couple of different things. I'm reading different articles, and I'm getting different perspectives, so I'm not clear. I do know, that's why I said it's cartel. There's a cartel issue. It says, this headline says, Vermonters sheltering in place in Mexico after cartel violence. And then another article talked about the cartel leader being taken out. So I think there's kind of a mix here of information. I'm just going to show you a picture of these ladies. The picture is kind of wide. But two Chittenden County women from Vermont on vacation in Mexico are among those forced to shelter in place at the resort in Nuevo Vallarta after cartel violence erupted in the region. The violence followed the killing of Mexico's, that's what happened. Okay, most wanted cartel boss in the U.S. intelligence aided military operation. And gang members then torched buses and businesses and clashed with the security forces. So it sounds like there was kind of an outright kind of war going on between them, killing dozens. So these Vermont women, this is Lorraine Domanucci, CCI at the end of it would be Chi. So Dominicucci and Jessica Wilson, both of Chittenden County. I'm going to show you their pictures if you know them. This is what's going on. The picture is kind of wide, but this is the picture of them. So I'm going to show you a clip right now. This lady shows, it doesn't say any more about, okay, it does say a little bit more. We could see fires to the left and to the right and fires behind our resort. Domacucci said there were big plumes and black smoke. Wilson said a military ship came into port and the military planes were also spotted in the area. The last couple of days we've been nervous, and they feel like today they feel a little bit better about things. So that is extremely nerve-wracking, because during times like that, people can be taken as hostage. So let's check out this clip of a lady who's, I believe, still in Mexico, and talking about her experience there. And plus, I also was reading, I don't see it in this article, but I read another article that they're saying, don't go to Mexico right now, guys. Okay. There's a lot going on there, and there's going to be, by the way, for probably some time. They took out a leader of the cartel. So what's going to happen is, repercussions will be going on for quite some time. Okay, so let's take a look at this.
Message at all. So we decided, well,
Let me back it up a little, guys. This is what it looked like. Look. You see the smoke?
So Shuling, I'm so sorry you're in this situation. Can you walk us through what's been happening?
absolutely. So starting from yesterday morning, so got up in the morning and I'm having some coffee on the balcony, and I was on the phone, and then I looked up, like about 8:15ish, and then all of a sudden I saw the big smoke coming out. Just look behind me. This is downtown Puerto Vallarta. That smoke, black, just pouring out. It was like, whoa, what was going on? So then my partner and I, we went out to look, and then we see whole bunch coming out everywhere. And then we had no idea what was that. We looked on our Facebook and no message at all. So we decided, well, in case the power goes out. So we walked downstairs. Well, we have like 12 floors all the way down, and then walk to the street, and then start seeing like the whole.
I have to stop it and comment on these. I can't put them all the way through, but we're going to start it again in a second. Did you hear what she said, guys? She saw all of this smoke going on, and she and her partner, that is so intelligent. They decided not to take the elevator. They walked down, even though it was 12 flights. They walked down just in case the problem that they were seeing in the distance was going to affect their building. That is some super, super smart decision right there. Okay, decision making. Let's listen.
Almost 360-degree, fire everywhere. And we talked to the local people, and they said, well, it's safe to stay inside. The local people here, and said, just lock your doors. And
Did you see those cars?
Looks like cartel.
Let's take a look at the cars here for a second. Look at the damage of the cars.
Well, it's safe to stay inside. The local people here, and said, just lock your doors and we don't know what's going on. It looks like cartel problem. So we had no idea. So we came in and locked the doors, and since then it was all day long. We thought it was like better, and then got more fire coming.
Oh, it was all day.
It turned out it was just basically they were the cartels. Later on we learned that the cartel head was killed, and then they were revenging. So all the
look at this,
cars
guys.
and buses were.
Look at the bus. Now, people were unalived in this attack that went on all day long. People did lose their lives.
Hijacked it, and then they were blocking the roads on main streets, main highways all got blocked. And so that's when we learned that, so don't go out, and it's not safe to have all these burning going on. And a friend of mine, she was driving down the beach. She didn't know what's happening either. And then saw somebody die down the road. And then she saw the gunman pointing a gun at her. She says she was so scared. She just backed away. Fortunately, she was able to leave. And she's alive to tell the story.
Wow, did you hear that? Her friend saw somebody unalived right in front of her. And then that man turned towards her, pointed the gun at her, and she didn't freeze, she didn't she just backed up her car, so she got away. Wow, that is some serious close calls. Let me tell you something. Mexico, that happened in Mexico.
So did you have a flight to get out? What were your travel plans, and are they impacted?
Actually, we live here. We leave, and I would stay at Snowbird. We leave here on December, leave Oregon in December, and then we stay here till about end of April. So we don't really have a plan to leave at this point, and unless they have like no supplies, actually my partner just went to the store, and it's like lines are 3 hour long for the grocery store.
Oh, look
and
at
very
this,
few of them
guys.
are open.
Look.
So, and
She said the lines are 3 miles long to get food because everybody's getting food and they're going home and they're locking their doors.
then and there's also cash registers, also a big lineup. So it's pretty bad situation.
That's
It looks like
frightening.
the street is open now. There's a street right here, the highway's right here. And it's open and the cars and buses are going through right now.
So I imagine you guys are avoiding going outside as much as you can.
Yeah, our order from the condominium also saying that shelter in place, do not go out. Although the pools are open, so the people can stay in and go into the pool. But yeah, not going out. And so many people have no food. It really is. There's like a medicine shortage. Some people, they need a medicine and all that. So pretty scary.
How long have you guys been in shelter in place?
Since yesterday morning, after we found out what was going on, we locked the doors and don't even stay on the balcony. Right now, I'm on the balcony.
Look
But
at
yeah,
this, guys,
it-
right here.
since
Look at the
yesterday,
smoke.
And there's no.
That's the
no
attack
going
from the
out at this point.
cartels.
But there are people
In
going out
Mexico.
just locally. Sorry.
No, not at all. Shuling, why do you think it's important for people to know what's going on there?
I think, first of all, they're aware of the danger. It could happen anytime again. We have no prediction of what's going to happen next. And it could have more revenge is happening, or just from now on it's done and it's peaceful. But people need to be aware of it, so be prepared if they want to come here. And then one of the other things, we don't know how long there's going to be food shortage. They'll be starving, like a lot of them here now. But overall, I think it's a very safe place. I mean, I've been here since 1991, and
Oh, wow.
I've owned my condo since 2021, and it's been so safe. I can go out, walk around in town at 10 o'clock at night. So I have no
I wouldn't do
trouble
that,
otherwise.
but I wouldn't do
Well,
that
thank
anywhere.
you so much for sharing, Shuling.
So, hi guys, how are you? Who's that, Nathaniel and DJ? I am okay. Yes, thank you. Oh, I wasn't sure there for a little while. I gotta tell you, I don't know if you guys are from Vermont, but the Vermont air, and it's like this in Canada too, or up near Canada, but at night it's moist. There's a lot of moisture in the air, and it can make you really sick. And I've had this issue. I don't know why. And it was confirmed by a doctor that night air makes me sick in Vermont. So start over 40 years ago. Vermont night air for some people. I was out in the night. I was helping a neighbor, and I was more than happy to do it. Not even worried about the night air. But I do believe that's what made me sick. I got a cold. So the Vermont winters are so tough. This winter, guess what? Today it's been snowing all morning, guys, here. Now, the only reason I haven't gone out is because I went out for a few minutes and it's ice cold. It's in the single digits. I'm just getting over this winter cold, and I says, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in, kind of look at what the news is going on. And I look at the local news and I see these 2 Vermonters stuck in Mexico in shelter. And I'm like, what is going on? I knew something happened in Mexico, but I didn't look into the story. So as you know, listening to the clip, they unalived this leader of Cartel. And if you don't know what Cartel is, it's like a mafioso or mafia. It's a crime structure ring. It's like a not good organization, a bunch of people, doing a bunch of bad stuff, right? So they took out the leader, and when they did that, all of their followers basically attacked. Now, they didn't say there. I was looking for another clip for you because I had found a really good clip about a guy in an airport, and the place that, and I lost it. It just went. The attack apparently was around the airport in Mexico, which is why people had to run back to their hotel, is they couldn't get out of Mexico. That's what was going on. So people couldn't get out and people couldn't get in. And then they had the military planes come in, and a bunch of very unfortunate things occurring. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you today. Pray for everyone, but for the Vermonters who are stuck there. They're in Chittenden County. I showed you the picture at the beginning of this clip, and we will get more relevant news. There's actually, I want to get this article if I can find it again. There's like, I think 4 or 5 major stores ready to close. I got another article on it, but in Vermont. So we need to look at that. We need to find out what stores these are. So I'll be bringing that to you. And we'll be looking up the Nancy Guthrie case. Again, as I said, it's still ongoing for her search. You know, I did a clip here on Vermonters who are missing, and I got like 115 views, but no comments at all. So I think what I'd like to do is maybe on a monthly basis, kind of look at with you the missing persons website, like the most recent, and just kind of look at that with you, because following the cases individually would bring our YouTube channel to like just looking at that. So we want to be able to cover like all of Vermont, what's going on in Vermont. And you know, guys, I just heard this morning that we have got 6, not because of the groundhog, this isn't from February 1st. We have got 6 more weeks of winter from today. According to the meteorologist, we have 6 more weeks of winter here in Vermont. Now, I know people who are personally, like myself, just starting to get colds, they're starting to get sick, they're starting to get tired. This is a tough winter. So if you can help your neighbor, help yourself, be easy on yourself. If there's something you don't have to do, you don't have to go out, don't do it. Don't go out. So we're going to cover some things more of Vermont. And as soon as my cold is clear, and I know I'm not contagious and all of that, because yesterday I went out, for those of you who are artists and you follow me over on Echo Art with Carmela T, I wore my mask, okay? And you want to know something weird? The mask I wore, a family member made it for me, and they made it for me with Ukraine flag and American flag, like half and half. I'll show it to you when I'll get it out in the next clip. But because the Ukraine issue was going on then, guess what? You know what? That was 6 years ago. Do you realize that? I'm like, this can't be right. It's 2026. Hold on a second. Well, and I hope you're all doing well and being safe. And we need to have an update on the finches because they're doing really quite wonderfully. I found out a few other things that they really like to eat, so I want to share it with you. Okay, so we should probably just do a clip on the finches. This says the Ukraine war started February 24th, 2022. Well, we had the, I think it was, there were, that's when it started full scale. But yes, it had to start. There were things going on before 2022, had to, because we had our, COVID, and that mask was made for me, and it was American in Ukraine. So it was 2020. So there were things going on then. They're saying 2022. I guess that must have been the official date. But anyway, with that, so I hope you have a beautiful day, guys. Wanted to get on here and say hello and say, please don't go to Mexico. The lady, I just want to comment on one thing she said. The lady who was talking about, she's been in Mexico since 1991. She says it's so safe, and I would go walking out at 10 o'clock at night. So let me tell you something. I've been in Vermont over 40 years, and I consider Vermont very safe. Would I go walking out 10 o'clock at night? No. So, you want to use your common sense anyway. You know what I mean? At least not alone is what I'm saying. So anyway, with that, have a safe, beautiful day. I'll see you in the next one. A love and light.